All right, so this technique is usually best done if you start with the left leg closer to the floor and the right knee up or propped onto a wall or a bench like I have. A chair can also work for this. But for demonstration purposes and space efficiency, I'm going to start with my right leg close to the floor and the left. So you want to be able to still do this on both sides, but that's a small nuance that is worth considering. So you definitely want to use a foam roller, something firm, okay? You don't want to use a pillow for this technique. You need to have something that your leg can firmly press down in. Now, I'm using a weight bench, which means you can do this technique when you're at the gym. That's really the only place, unless you have a home gym, right? Another way you can do this is with your foot on a wall, which is equally as beneficial in the sense that you get to train the whole foot. But with the wall, you still want to maintain your 3 points of contacts with the toes and dragging that bubble gum off of your heel. If we've worked together, I use the bubble gum analogy a lot. So I'm going to use a bench. I'm going to take my firm foam roller and I'm going to place it right where my thigh meets my lower butt cheek. Okay, kind of that space and that crease underneath your butt. Okay, that's going to go under here. I'm going to bring my leg on top. And I want to make sure that when I'm setting up, this top leg is not dropping out to the side. It needs to really be coming more up on the inside of my shoulder, maybe lining up with my nipple. And with the bottom leg, the foot should not be dumped out. The foot should be straight up. Knee is slightly bent. And I'm going to push down my thigh directly into this foam roller. So when I do that, I'm going to feel my low back maybe flatten a little bit. I'll feel a little bit more belt line heavy, which is perfect. And if you haven't felt it already, but your bottom heel needs to be kicking down as well. So the bottom leg is pushing down into the foam roller and the bottom heel is pushing into the ground. That's when you should feel a little bit of your low back relax. Now this leg needs to be active as well. You're going to feel quite a bit of hamstring on this side. You're going to keep your toes pointed up toward the ceiling. Dig your heel down and you're going to feel your hamstring kick on. As you dig down, make sure you're thinking about trying to dig down and reach your knee up toward the ceiling. Now your back should be fully and completely flat on the floor. Now, for some people, they do better with a long arm reach going across the body. Some people need a bent elbow. I'm going to go ahead and demo with a bent elbow. You're going to take a deep breath in. This arm is just kind of reaching down at the side a little bit, kind of like you're reaching past your belt line or past your hip. You might feel a little bit of abdomen kick on that side. You're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to exhale. When you exhale, you should think about reaching your elbow up and across to that knee, that top knee. So don't just go straight up toward the ceiling. Actively reach across to you here. You're going to maintain that position and go for your breaths. Full exhale, blow everything out. Pause. Inhale. You might feel some expansion happen on the side that's elongating, and you should feel more compression on the side of the body with the leg that is up on a surface.